Hello, Capricorn. We're going to see what your 2017 year general tarot reading and a chakra reading. So thank you guys for joining me, and happy 2017. So let's see what we have here. So remember that you can watch this video if you are a Capricorn, you're born under Capricorn, or it's your rising sign, your north node, or even in your moon. So I'm going to do 12 cards, and each card is going to represent the month, all right? So here we go. Now we have January, February, March. I can move them over this way a little bit. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And then we'll do the chakra card at the end, okay? So for January, Capricorn, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, you're starting off January great. So you're inspired, you feel guided to do what you need to get done, you feel motivated, and hold on to this feeling of inspiration. This can be very inspirational for you, uplifting for you. So hold on to this energy of starting out the year, Capricorn. Just being positive and maintain that positive mind, that positive outlook. Then in February, you have the transformation card, okay, or the judgment card, which can be transformation, you know, a change. So you start the year off with a big change. So you might be ending a work, ending a relationship, something big in your life is ending. And still maintain that Ace of Cups. Feel guided, feel protected. It's really important when you're going through a big change, and I'm going to move it back a little bit, that you still believe in yourself, that you still feel that you can make it through. So keep encouraging yourself, like listening to positive music, positive, everything that is positive, that is uplifting. Keep that in your mind. And we come into March, and you have the Ace of Staves. So this is still in achievement mode of you going after what you want. This is complete, full achievement mode. And you got to keep yourself motivated. Keep yourself moving forward. And then we come into spring in April, and Six of Staves. So you have something to celebrate. Okay, there's a lot of change. You were tested. You had to, and this table is wobbly a little bit, so I'm trying not to move. And now it's time to celebrate. So January, February, March was a changing time for you, and it's just at the start of the new year. But if you can make it through March, you'll find that you can have a fresh start. You can congratulate yourself. And for some of you, it might not be like a big thing, but you actually just surviving your life and making it through that death or that ending of something in your life. Okay, something happens in February that's just a change, and it doesn't have to be a negative one, but you have to focus on the Ace of Staves and the Ace of Cups, and you're getting all these aces where it's just kind of like shielding you, you know, and reminding you of your own personal strength. And for some of you, you'll have to even be there for someone else as well, to help guide them and kind of be their rock. And then in May, or June rather, so now we're moving to June, January, February, March, April, May. So we're in May. So in May, we find that we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that things change. Things go up and down. Nothing is going to be perfect forever. Nothing is going to stay the same always. So just keep in mind that each level of your life or each experience is just going to make you stronger for the next experience. And nothing stays the same. Some things will be the same, but there's always a little change. And then in June, you have something even bigger to celebrate. Family gets together, friends get together, but it's deeper than just friends. It's like finding more support. So as you're going through this up and down, finding more support and asking for help. This is huge for you in June, asking for help. So we have the 10 of Cups and water, emotion, all of that. You have to remember to not just rely on your own strength, but ask for help. I can't stress it enough. Asking for help will be great to help you start out the first 6 months of the year. Then we go to the 7th month, July. And July has the Death card. So again, you're dealing with change and letting go of something, and dealing with it not being the same as it always was. Okay? And this can be a lot for people to deal with. So it was a February judgment card where it's like, how are you going to deal with that? And even in the judgment card, it kept saying transformation, like death. So, and then we got the Death card. So something is going to end, and February is challenging, and then the 7th month is challenging, and this is all general. But what you find is that there's an ace surrounding you here. There's celebration, and there's family and working together, and coming to an understanding right here of the Wheel of Fortune that things change in life, right? And then for August, we have the Ace of Coins. Well, all these aces are showing up for you, Capricorn. So this is good. This is like a prosperity card, right? It's one of those cards where people in the tarot deck say, okay, if you're doing a money altar, you would use the Ace of Coins, right? So it's a very prosperous. So this is good. And this is like your first earth card, right? Because the coins, or the pentacle, is an earth element, which is all the elements in one. So really drawing on that earth power that you have to ground yourself and to stay focused, not to shield away the experience of February and of July, but just know that financially and even spiritually you can feel abundant through everything that you're going through. And I feel like this is spiritual abundance, A lot of you will probably end up watching this tarot video for the first time in 2017. And if you do, make a comment, because this feels like it's just more for like a spiritual understanding of life and death and just the journey of life. And then September, we have the High Priestess. And this is good. So here comes the High Priestess now, where you are getting a more comfortable and full understanding of life, death, and understanding the mystics and the mysteries of the world. So just for your own personal level of understanding everything that you're going through. And this is good. So September is like the fall time. You're going to have a deeper understanding of your own spiritual journey and finding balance even in your own masculine, feminine energy that we all possess, just like feeling more comfortable in your body and understanding life, death, and feeling a little bit more at peace. And then we have the Seven of Swords for October. And the Seven of Swords is all about protecting yourself. I feel like you want to protect your own energy. You want to protect others' feelings. So it's a lot of like protection energy that's going around in your mind, your body, like protecting, could be protecting personal things, that's important to you. It could be protecting other people's feelings. Your feelings could be protecting assets, things. So it feels like there's a lot of just wanting to be away from anything that you feel is going to take or rob your moment or rob the experience you're going through. But then you have November now, and you have the 10 of Swords. And I'm not going to sugarcoat the reading. It's just what it is. So throughout this whole experience, and if it's for you where you lost a family member, and the 7 of Swords is like, divvying up assets and things like that, you're going to have people who are going to be arguing with you and seeing if things are going to go the way they want, you want. So it feels like there's a lot of betrayal or arguments coming around November, which is no fun around that time of the year or any time of the year, but how you're going to work through that. And then you end with December with the 4 of Staves. So things end up working out where it's like welcoming something new and feeling like, okay, I'm out of that space. However it works out, it's just like you feel free from the confinement of handling other people's perception and ideas of what's right. So February and July were the strongest months out of the year of 2007 for this general reading. And then you have October and November. So it's like, okay, December is ending on a note where you appreciate, if you can look at it in a positive way, you appreciate all the lessons that you learned for the year of 2007, and now you're feeling like, okay, I'm over with that. And the year might end with you just letting go of relationships with people that you've had. You have a newfound understanding relationship with people, and you could either not talk to them ever again, hate them, dislike them, or just realize that throughout the process that, this is how they view things. And especially in October, I want to say in October, you want to really implement everything that you've learned from the Ace of Cups, Ace of Staves, what you've learned from the Wheel of Fortune, and feeling secure with yourself financially with the Ace of Coins and the High Priestess. So the wisdom that you're going to gain from the High Priestess, right? I'm trying to see what month that is. September? I hope it's September. Yeah. In September, that spiritual awakening in September is going to help you deal with this, with the experiences of 7 of Swords, help you deal with 10 of Swords. And these are all talking. You're talking with people a lot in those months. And then finally, you're going to have the 4 of Staves, where it's like, you're like, okay, that's it. I'm done. It's kind of like a spring for you in December, where you're like, okay, I'm not confined by these walls of dealing with this. And now it's free and you can just breathe. So when we balance our chakras, okay, and as a meditation teacher, when we balance our chakras and we work on our emotions, and it all depends on what you're going through, and you work on these emotions, it's always good to know which chakra is off balance. You can use a pendulum, so many different modalities, techniques you can use, but you always find at a particular time you need to focus on one chakra, right? Particularly. You want to balance all of them, but you might spend a little extra time. Depends on the emotion you're going through. You'll know which chakra to associate it with. And you want to spend a little more time balancing that particular chakra. Okay, so the intent, Capricorn, is to see what chakra you need to work on for 2017, but also which one you can strengthen, and keep in mind the aspects of that particular chakra. So if you're dealing with the heart, it's love. So how can I love myself more? How can I see past other people's anger and negativity, jealousy, whatever, that negative behavior that person's doing? How can I see past that to love them and to see them as myself and how I would react, but I'm wiser, so I'm not going to act like they are. So it's just really seeing things from your side, from their side, and that strengthens you through the year. Okay, Capricorn? So here is the chakra that you can focus on for this year. Oh, you got the sacral chakra. Carnelian. I always used to think I'd say it wrong. But you have carnelian. And carnelian is a stone that's one of the stones that's associated with the sacral chakra. And I feel like this can also relate to the Ace of Coins, like prosperity, but also just healing of your womb. So if you happen to be a Capricorn and you're a parent and you're having a tough year with your child, and the womb is like water, right? Birth, life. And this is like healing those relationships, those parental relationships. I made my tea this morning, so take a sip. So dealing with those wounds in the womb, try to say that 10 times, right? And dealing with the emotion of the sacral chakra, of your well-being, of feeling comfortable within your body, maybe brings up emotions of childhood. You know, did you feel loved? What do you feel is missing? Self-love, self-worth, all these positive things that we all need in life, right? To be loved, to be respected. And this is a feeling that you might be experiencing for this year. So what does the sacral chakra mean to you? You know, maybe I don't say the right words, but you will intuitively know, okay, this is how I'm feeling. So maybe even getting a carnelian stone and keeping it by your bed, the side of the bed that you sleep on, and getting another small one you can carry in your pocket on your person to bring around with you for the year. That would be great. And you want to, again, I want to say you want to balance all your chakras, but spend a little extra time on the sacral this year. And this will strengthen you. So I feel like it's all from birth, from the womb, you know, your sexuality, your feeling comfortable with your body, the life, the body that you're in right now. Honor that body. Be thankful for that body. A lot of self-love. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Find me on Facebook. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. And I kind of want to move this back a little bit so you can see a little bit more of that card. There, I think I'll keep it at that point. All right, guys, have a beautiful year. And I'm going to get a little snapshot of that. There we go. And yeah, just find me on Facebook. And this year has changed a lot for me. So I feel like I have more time to be with you guys. And just trust your intuition and do what you love and enjoy this year. I know it's been real with February and what month I want to say, July, but just keep your head up, okay? And I'll talk to you guys. Thank you. Happy New Year.